Okay, YouTubers, welcome back to 7 Days to Die. We're going to do something a little different today. They just released Alpha 7.8. So we're going to do a little video on that because there are a lot of bitchin' changes and you guys need to be aware of it because it's good. These are actually really, really good. So we're going to go over, we're going to go ahead and start a new game. We're going to call it 7.8 Update Test World, because we got to go through the options. Options are going to be important this go around because they've given us new stuff to play with. So go through the difficulty presets. I've got it set on Nomad. This is exactly, and we're going to hit the button just to make sure we're going to restore all the defaults. There's nothing changed from whatever it comes with stock. Nomad, 30-minute, 24-hour cycle. 50% of that's going to be dark. We're already used to that. Zombies run on default. They run at night. Player icons doesn't really matter in a single player. Okay, you got the block durability, which we had in the last update. Now, look at this one right here. This one says loot abundance. Now that one's huge because you go down here and click this little button. You can set it to spawn 25% of what it normally does, all the way up to 200% of what it normally does. So if you're not getting the loot like you think you should, you can crank that up a little bit and you get a little bit faster drop. Okay? Drop on death, we have everything set up just like it was. You can either drop nothing, you can drop everything, tool belt, backpack. Same thing. Drop on quit, you can set it up to drop nothing, everything, tool belt only, or your backpack when you quit the game. Now, there's 3 pages this time. So we're going to go to the next page. Damage given, we always had that. Very low all the way up to very high. But on default settings, it's medium and medium. So you're giving as much damage as you're taking. The enemy is going to remember you for 60 seconds, all the way from 30 at the low, all the way up to 90 at the high. So you got that. Now, enemy spawning, you can go to disabled and go back up to very high. That's been the same. Craft timers, I can't stand a craft timer, so I'm really sorry. I'm going to turn that and the loot timers off and we don't need the cheat mode. And then public, private, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter about the game password, and it doesn't matter about the NAT server. But we are going to go ahead and go in world because here's where the changes started. You got to see these graphics, man. This stuff is crazy. It looks so much better than it did. I'm probably going to try to post this thing at 1920 by 1080 so you guys can actually get most of what I'm seeing on my screen right now, because it is way crazy. Oh, look at that. And we spawned in a good place. We spawned right next to a car. Because here's what we got. Now, there's a zombie nearby, but you spawn in now, you don't get just your can of chili and your bottle of water. You actually get the bandage, so that way you're not gonna croak within the first 10 seconds of a zombie smacking you. And there's some more water, and we got loot opportunities in here. They have ice chests now that you can loot. I did find some of those. I ran a quick test game just to see what it was about. And we're coming up on an ice chest, and you get a potato, which is kind of cool. Didn't get anything in the car. Got some cornbread, looks like. And we got another can. We get more food. Oh, it's moldy bread. It gives you food poisoning, so we probably don't want to carry that. We'll give that to the zombies. Now, I have nothing to kill a zombie with, but that's okay. We're going to head down the road. We don't care about that. We're just going to get out of his range, or their range, so we can talk about this. Okay, they've added HDR lighting, which we're seeing right now, which is really awesome. Look at the effects. Isn't that just amazing? The world gets better with each update, I guarantee it. Now, there's nothing in there. No auger. In my little test game I ran, I went from the desert, near the north edge of the desert, and ran up to the edge of the snow biome. And within that time, going down the road, searching the cars at the intersections, the cars on the road, and looting the zombies, I found an auger, I found oil, I found all kinds of stuff. It's crazy. But here's what you got. You got a new 44 Magnum. You have the gun can only be made from parts, and the recipe learned. You have to learn the recipe, because this is what they did also. They've added recipe books. So you're going to find a recipe book. And what you have to do is you have to equip that and use it in order to learn the recipe. So you're not actually going to be born just, by picking up a 44 Magnum. You can't deconstruct it and learn the recipe, or you can't just pick up the parts and automatically be able to put that together in your inventory, because it won't activate. So you're going to have to actually find these books. So you need to be picking up your books and being very careful of which ones you throw away if you don't save those. Because what's going to happen is, the simple thing is, you're going to end up throwing away a recipe that you really need, like the one for the 44 Magnum. Or let's say, for example, I don't know, maybe the one for something else that's important, Okay, they've added metal strips, they've added leather strips, they've added cloth strips, they've added bottles of oil. It's not like oil drums. It's actually little bottles of oil like you would pour in your normal car. A weapon repair kit. You have a weapon repair kit. You can find those. I actually found one of those on my other game. And you can repair all the weapons in a new weapon repair system. Weapon combining for repair is no longer used. So if you have two guns in your inventory and both of them are half used up, guess what? They're going to stay half used up until you get a weapons repair kit. So be aware. They've added new recipe books so you can learn new recipes. Some of the more powerful and unique recipes in the game would be, and I'm reading this right off the website, the 44 Magnum. And they've added a new zombie infection debuff. You have to cure that with antibiotics and critical damage stuff. And I'm just going to cruise through the world here while we do this. So you are going to be able to be infected. You can cure that with antibiotics, and you can cure your critical damage with the bandage, which is what they give you when you first get here. And on this mode right here, the zombies are going to take 2 shots to the head from the pistol. It's not going to be a one-shot kill on this level, even set on medium. I've been there, done that. If you get lucky, one will drop, but on a general basis, I killed about 40 of them, and I would say 35 of them were not one-shot kills. So you're going to have to be aware. Adjust your settings accordingly. Before you start leaving bad messages on the forum about, I hate this. Well, go in and adjust your settings and look at them, because there's new stuff in there. You need to be aware of how to set this up so you can play it the way you like it, because there's a lot of options available. You just got to use them. Okay. Now, they added a new HD 2048 MP5, shotguns and magnum kins, and metal shader. So apparently we've got new HD textures for the gun. They've added a new system to make all the picked up rocks turn into the same rocks in your inventory and be a random rock if placed down on the ground. So basically, instead of having 3 or 4 different size rocks taking up spaces on your inventory, they'll just stack up in 64, and then when you throw them on the ground, then they'll start changing sizes. So that's really cool. That's going to save a lot of space. So now you can get stacks of rocks instead of getting part stacks of rocks. I think that's pretty cool, because we're going to try it right here. There's a rock. Here's a rock. There's another rock. So I can pick it up. And here's the rock. And where's the little rock? We want a little rock. Let's go find a little rock real quick. I've taken a couple of minutes for this. There's a little rock. Now, the old way we did this, and this is a different shaped rock, I think. The old way would have been, we'd have rocks scattered all over the inventory, right? Well, we'll go into our inventory and look. We picked up 6 rocks, and guess what happens? We got 6 rocks in a stack. So, yay, fun pimps. All right. They added a new chat window. So, and it's got colored server messages. So let's see if we can do the chat thing here. Look at that. Well, if I could spell. Hello, world. I think that's pretty cool. All right. And you have bigger text, and the chat history holds up to 500 lines. So you're not going to be losing, you know, like your friends talking to you, which, you know, if you're not on TeamSpeak or anything. If your friends are chatting to you in text, you're not going to be losing their last 2 messages when you might want to go back and see what he was saying because you were busy at the time. So you're not going to be losing that because of chat spam if you're playing on multiplayer. Short iron pipe is different. The zombies actually will drop those. I shot one of the zombies from the snow biome up here. And I did get a short iron pipe out of her. So you get that. Added new items to the English localization. Okay. They've added a filing cabinet and the cooler. We talked about the cooler. We saw that. Apparently they've got a new filing cabinet in world. Added bandages as a start item. We talked about that. They've added a ton of loot. We've gotten quite a bit of loot, and then we've just started this game. Okay, we've added automotive loot group for cars. Let's go check that out. I should have turned on cheat mode so I could actually res me out a... I think I got a pickaxe. I don't think I have to worry about it. Oh, look at that. We even got some brass in this thing. Nice. Thank you, fun pimps. You know, I see mostly pluses for this. It's just going to take a little getting used to because if you notice, there's a crap ton of these stupid zombies everywhere. And the dog is not... It still spazzes out. But you can beat him like a redheaded stepchild and take care of him. Yeah, you want to see this Rocky Balboa? Come on! You want some more of that? Come on. You want a piece of me? Come get some. Come on, you gonna let the little girl beat you? Uh-huh, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, you can't take that. So anyway, these guys are a pain in the ass to kill. Let's go get a stick and beat them to death. Or even better, how about if we do this? We'll equip the knife. I know a lot of people do not like the knife, but I'm sorry guys, it actually does work. It may not work for your style of play, and that's cool. But don't say it's useless. You know? I think it's a little more fun when you have to actually work for it instead of, you know, one-shot killing them with a stupid knife. You don't one-shot anything with a stupid knife unless you're a Green Beret. And I don't think anybody's a Green Beret in 7 Days to Die. I haven't seen that mode yet. You know, this ain't Call of Duty, guys. And I just died. That's alright. We dropped all our crap, so that's alright. We'll go back and grab all our stuff. I want my knife. Yeah, we are gonna take names and kick zombies. Remember where all my crap was. Let's go on the map and look. Oh, I think it's right back here. It is right back here. Hello, zombies. I'm back. Let's loot this guy out. And there's the new pain pills. They look like this when you have them in your inventory. And they do still stack in 64, but they look like that in your hand. Which is kind of cool. Ah, there we go. We got a shotgun. Yeah, we can start blowing some zombies in half. We got a knife. We got some painkillers. Got a jug of water. What more can you ask for, man? You know, this is a zombie survival game. Okay, here's a weapons repair kit. Here is an axe. Guess what this is? This is a learning manual, SMG schematics. That will teach you how to make a submachine gun. We like that. And this is only just like a few minutes into the playthrough. So, you know, we are rocking. So it's not like you're going to make it so difficult you can't learn any of this stuff. You're just going to have to work a little harder at it. And I see that already. I think it's going to make the gameplay a little more fun for me. Because, you know, it gets kind of boring just rolling over zombies like a boss. You know, just for the simple fact that you've already gotten used to how they react and how they move and all the little differences between each one of them. And now, you might have to think just a teeny bit more. You know, we one-shotted him, but you have to hit them directly in the head. It doesn't do anything if you don't hit them directly in the head. That's kind of hard to do if you've got a ton of them around. And there's a pretty good zombie spawn going right now. There's an old backpack. We'll just take all this stuff back. So we're not doing bad on loot. Check that out. All right. So where else were we? Let's kill him, and then we'll get back to our list. Empty jars. Empty jars are good. You know, like I said, everybody plays different. What I do with the empty jars is I make a trip down to the desert, and I grab the yucca plant so I can make yucca juice. Because you know why? Because you don't need water to make it. And right now, guess what? I don't have an overabundance of water. I have no wood. I could get wood, but I really don't have any wood, so I'll go down and get yucca plants, and I'll make yucca juice, because all I need is a plant and an empty bottle. You know, when I get the plant and the empty bottle, guess what? I get a boost on my hydration, I get a boost on my stamina, and I also get a boost in my hunger. You know, it takes away some of the hunger. All right. So we were at the automotive loot. They've added tungsten, coal, lead, potassium nitrate, or back underground. So when you're mining, you will actually find those. Tungsten. They've added a tungsten door recipe and reduced the door crafting times. They also have recipes for antibiotics. They had the moldy bread item we just saw. Weapon repair kits, plank stairs, concrete pillars, wood pillars, pine pillars, redwood pillars, stainless steel fridge tops and bottoms, desk safes. We can make desk safes now. That's kind of cool. Cabinets and cabinet tops, bacon and eggs, and the house plant. So we can make all that stuff now. We have to just find the recipes for it, which is cool. That's very cool. They've added new open and close sounds to doors and lockers, file cabinets, coolers, and medicine cabinets, and stealth noise. So I guess if you're... Let's go see what this does. It says there's a different sounds. We're going to try the sound with it open, standing up. Okay, makes a click. Now we're going to... You know, it sounds about the same to me. I'm sorry. But, hey, it's a shot. They've added a new Beretta pistol sound. If we had a pistol, we could find out about that. They've added new icons for the SWAT helmet, goggles, Kevlar helmet, night vision goggles, cigarette cigar. Cigarette cigar, wow, cool. Shades, aloe cream, short metal pipe, potato sprout, tungsten ingot mold, moldy bread we saw, painkillers, we saw that, antibiotics, enforcer magazine. What the hell is an enforcer magazine? They've added LOD on all modular cactus pieces, driftwood toilets, and stuff like that, so they don't like spaz out from a distance when you're looking at them. They've added permission systems, admin mod system, and remote control command system using in-game console with the server admin XML file for setting up and storing. Newly added the admin system and the telnet password for server configuration. All right, guys, those are some huge changes, you know, as far as it goes right now, because this is only Alpha 7.8. But I do want to hope this does you some good, gives you a little look and see to how to make your game more enjoyable, and gives you a little heads up on what is in the game, so you don't have to really go a long ways looking for it. But be sure and like, subscribe, comment, and these zombies run like a bat out of hell at night. But this is Drew signing off as I kill the zombie.